Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Baldwin with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Cornhuskers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the run, it's Davison. Can't get him to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Dante Moore. On target over the middle. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Ducks, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
Moore will throw. Stepping to the right. That's caught. It's Davison. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Moore to throw. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Leaves it in his belly. He's past the marker. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Huskers. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. and you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Moore. He'll take a deep shot here. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nab them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Straight ahead, it's Davison. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. They're working that left side. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He wants to go deep. Caught at the 25. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Hits the hole. It's Davison. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throwing more. And he took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be third down.
I love the way this defense is fighting down here close to their own goal line, right? They get a sack on the first play. Great coverage on the second one, knocking it away. Here comes a huge third down. Can they do it again? Can they come up with another big one?
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks! for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Ives. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Line getting set on second down. Quick completion to the right. There he goes. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Long way to go on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
And the Huskers will try to pick it up on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Dante Moore. Right side, it's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Ducks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Tight end now in motion. Moore will throw. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is hooked. He's stopped.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. They're all over him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Coming out with it, it's Bear. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Moore. Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Second and long here. Moore to the air. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Davison. Turning it on! He's got enough. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
But one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of...
Trying to get behind the defense. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Oregon! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Really nice rhythm that time by the play caller because he ran the football on the last play, so this time he decides to go play action just to see if he could get the defense to freeze for a split second, and that's all the target needed. Off the play fake, he's able to work the route, win his one-on-one, makes the catch, and takes it in for a score.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass. It's Calandria. Still looking to his right. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Second down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. At the 35, he's loose. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Takes the easy one to the back. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Dropping back, it's Calandria. Moving to his left. Trying to make magic with his feet. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Inside the 35. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They believe they can run right here. And he's brought down after a short gain. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down to the air. Look out! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Going to the run, it's Hyde. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 27, set to kick this one away.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Throwing more. Going for the big play. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Fighting Irish chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Escapes the pressure to his right. It's dropped after taking the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun. Keeping his eyes downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Buying time to his right. Another incompletion on third down.
Now, that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now, their offense has got to put some points on the board.
Trying to take it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dante Moore. Oh, pressure's coming. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Turns it upfield. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they...
Snags it, and there's running room. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone, it's Davison. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air, it's Calandria. Moving out to the right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing.
Makes a grab and room to run. Past the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Nebraska. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. On the return, it's Bear. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start looking for a huge play. He's got it down the left side. He's loose. Into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. To throw, it's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oregon! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened, what did I do wrong. You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Right on the money. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The give to the left. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He makes a catch. just outside the red zone. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Nelson. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Under pressure. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing, throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Everything's bouncing and jiggling and rolling, and it's going forward, and he's loose. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
It's bad enough on offense to turn it over. It's even worse, though, David, when you let a D-lineman flip the field on. What happened there?
It was greatness is what happened. I don't know what you're talking about when you let the D-lineman, the best athletes on the field, that's what you dream about.
He's got it. Touchdown, Ducks. That one will give them the lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pulls it in, it's Barney. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. First down for this offense. Fresh center downs going to the air. On the move. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Unloads in the nick of time.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. At the 45, on its way. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is the game for you, and we've got a big fourth period waiting. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Moving the pocket, it's Calandria. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. It is third and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. Moore throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Moore will throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Nelson. There he goes. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Barney.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Quarterback keep. He'll toss it. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch, man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
And the Huskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time that was a great play call defensively.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
They'll line up to go for 2. Trying to power it in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll go play action with Moore. Going for it all. And wings it incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Throwing Moore. Got his man. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Moore with the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Long way to go on 2nd down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. With 1:52 seconds left, the defense will use the timeout, trying to get the football back. It's 3rd and 5. Dante Moore. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. Might be the worst case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Running inside, it's Davison. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Moore, play action. Rolls right. Into the end zone. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive. To understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Man, sometimes these receivers/running backs just make you look good. 3rd down, everything covered. Nice defensive coverage, drop back, taking away option 1, taking away option 2. But how about the running back slipping out of the backfield, catching the football behind the line of scrimmage, but giving great effort, making the big play for this offense to move the sticks.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That's a huge blow, man. You got a chance to go take the lead and put yourself in a position you know you can. The ball game, and now, instead of that, you've turned the football over. Now you're trailing. The defense is going to have to do something special for you.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Takes a handoff. It's Davison. Final seconds of the game. They can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than playing defense when they take knees. Like, it's a helpless feeling. There's nothing you can do. You have so much rage inside you just want to hit somebody so hard.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
A first down run on the doorstep. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Let's see see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries it on the sneak. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Barney on the stop. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a